Hello friends, Lexus recently introduced the new generation Lexus GX. And after him, rumors about a new generation of Land Cruiser Prado spread around the network. And this is not surprising because for the most part Prado uses almost the same nodes as its more expensive counterpart. At least this logic can be traced in the current body where both models were practically twin brothers. The exception was the exterior and interior, and in the new generation Toyota will adhere to the same strategy. True, there is one, but that can shock you very much. The new Prado in some markets will become a full-fledged alternative to the older Land Cruiser 300. What am I talking about? I will give an example. In the same America, Toyota will not sell the Land Cruiser 300 due to low interest in the model. And in order not to weaken its position, Toyota will offer the more affordable Land Cruiser Prado together with the 300. But so that it does not look like a frank trimming against the background of 300, they will make a more affordable version of the Lexus GX out of it, with its own design and price, and for the same America it will change its name and will be sold under the name Land Cruiser without the prefix Prado. Whether Toyota will make such a rebranding for other markets is still hard to say. But for America it looks logical. The new Prado gets the same platform as the Land Cruiser 300. It's a TNGAF frame truck with locks and various other interesting off-road features. As you already understand, old motors will go into oblivion. In their place will come a modern petrol V6 with a turbocharger with a volume of 3 as much as 4 dozen liters. This engine debuted on the Lexus GX. And there it puts out a substantial 354 forces and 650 Nm of torque. For the Prado, the motor deforms that there was more difference between the two models. By analogy with the GX, the new Prado will receive a hybrid power plant a little later, with the same V6 and an electric motor. In this case, the power will exceed 400 forces and 750 Nm of torque. Both power units will be equipped with a new 10-speed automatic. At first glance, it may seem that such power indicators for Prado are too much. But given that the model will be sold in some markets alongside the Land Cruiser 300, this is an important must. In addition, the power units of the 300 are still more powerful and the chain of command is clouded. The premiere of the new Prado will take place this year. The first all-electric BMW car will arrive in 2026. One of the representatives of the Court Atelier spoke about this, and also shared some details about the development of new models. All new charged electric vehicles will be based on the all-new BMW New Class electric architecture. Debuting for the first time in 2025, this is a very important development for the company, which will be able to carry up to 4 electric motors on board, with an equivalent output of 1360 horsepower, and this is quite enough to build a full-fledged supercar, which could be pulled with the new Audi R8, which, according to the latest rumors, will move to electric traction. If you take a closer look at the brand's roadmap, you'll notice that it lists several mysterious designs that look very much like a two-door, high-performance supercar. Future electric models include the M5 BMW. This is a fact that the company constantly emphasizes and hints that sooner or later the German super sedan will switch to electric traction. After all, according to BMW, the future lies with electric motors that provide unconditional performance and flexibility in building new models. The main test for the division is the components, and in order to minimize dependence on suppliers, the company is working to fully produce on its own both batteries and high-performance electric motors and even control units. After all, it is through them that the steering, suspension and motors of the car will be adjusted. This is what will shape the character of the behavior of the car itself. This gives a huge field of imagination and opens up new possibilities for engineers on the final settings of the car. According to BMW, this will make it possible to make each of the models even more unique and share them among themselves, so that everyone can even understand what he is driving when he gets into the car with his eyes closed. The idea, of course, is an interesting one. The only question is in the implementation, and in order for everything to work out as the engineering department of the company conceives, since recently many automakers are on the occasion of marketers, this often ends very badly. General Motors plans to invest $500 million this year in several of its internal combustion engine factories, and in the next few years, the amount of these investments will reach $2 billion, and all of them will go to the development of new technologies related to internal combustion engines. Just such actions of some automotive giants say that the market is not yet ready for a full-scale transition to electric vehicles, and many automakers do not want to be so quick to abandon internal combustion engine models that have proven themselves very well and have a long and rich history. For example, General Motors has a Cadillac Escalade, which loves just the same for the fact that it offers a large gasoline engine, and it seems to me that many customers still do not quite understand what the Escalade will look like on electric traction, which will be presented in the near future, and so as not to risk it again, General Motors will offer longer both the petrol version and the electric version, slowly accustoming their customers to a silent future. Friends, and that's all for today. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss new videos. Good luck to everyone, and see you soon.